It's a topic many people feel shy talking about, but it's a very real part of life, especially as the years add up. Have you noticed that spark? That feeling of closeness and desire just isn't quite what it used to be. Maybe things feel a little quieter in that part of your life. It can feel like a door is slowly closing, and that can bring feelings of sadness, frustration, or even a sense of loss. It's a painful reality for many relationships, leaving partners feeling disconnected or wondering if that part of their life is just over. But what if I told you there's a very old, very natural approach that could help rekindle some of that warmth? Not a pill, not a complicated therapy, but something simple you can do yourself, using your body's own wisdom. This wisdom comes from traditions that understood the body's energy and how to encourage it to flow better. In this video, we're going to explore this idea and focus on one specific, powerful point on your body that some ancient practices believe holds a key to reigniting that inner fire and bringing back a sense of vitality and desire. It might sound surprising, but sometimes the most profound effects come from the simplest actions. Watch to the end for something that will surprise you. Let's explore why that inner fire might feel like it's dimmed a bit as we get older. It's not just about age itself, though that plays a role. Our bodies change. Absolutely. But so do our lives. Stress seems to accumulate. Energy levels aren't always what they once were. And sometimes, frankly, we just get out of the habit of prioritizing intimacy or even thinking about it. From a traditional perspective, many of these issues, low energy, stress, poor circulation, are seen as blockages or slowdowns in the body's natural energy flow, or qi, as it's called in traditional Chinese medicine, or prana in Ayurvedic traditions. When this energy isn't moving smoothly, it can affect everything, including our vitality and our desire for connection and intimacy. Think about it when you're completely stressed out, exhausted, or feeling sluggish. Is the first thing on your mind usually intimacy? Probably not. So, while we're talking about a specific point to help reignite desire, it's important to understand that everything in your body is connected. Improving your overall energy and reducing stress can naturally create a more fertile ground for desire to flourish. This is where the concept of working with your body's pressure points comes in. These points, located along energy pathways in the body, are like little switches you can influence to encourage that energy to flow better, to ease tension, and to boost vitality. They've been used for thousands of years in various cultures for all sorts of health benefits. Let's start with a couple of points that, while not directly related to desire, can have a wonderful indirect effect by boosting your general well-being. Think of them as getting the system ready. The first one is a fantastic point for boosting overall energy and vitality. Often used when people feel run down or tired. It's called Kidney 1 Ki1 in acupuncture. But don't worry about the name, just the location. It's found on the sole of your foot, right in the depression that appears when you curl your toes. If you imagine drawing a line from the base of your second toe, the one next to your big toe, down towards your heel, Ki1 is about a third of the way down, nestled in that little dip. Why this point? In traditional thought, the kidney energy is considered the root of vitality and is closely related to our life force and reproductive energy. Stimulating Ki1 is believed to tap into this fundamental energy source, helping to ground you and replenish your reserves. Imagine feeling more centered, more energetic, less depleted. How might that subtly shift your perspective or your capacity for intimacy? It's about feeling more alive and present in your own body. To use this point, you can gently massage it with your thumb, or use a knuckle or even a smooth stone if that's easier. Apply firm but comfortable pressure and massage in small circles for a few minutes on each foot. You can do this while sitting in the evening. Maybe when you're watching television or just relaxing. It's a simple act of self-care, connecting with your body. Doing this regularly can help build up your energy levels over time. It's not a quick fix, but it contributes to feeling more vital, which is absolutely foundational. Another point that's incredibly helpful for setting the stage is one that helps calm the mind and reduce stress. This is the point often called the third eye point, or yin tang, located right between your eyebrows. In the indentation just above the bridge of your nose, we all carry stress, and stress hormones are notorious for dampening desire. Relaxing the nervous system and calming an overactive mind can make a world of difference. Massaging yin tang can help release tension in the forehead and temples, ease anxiety, and promote a sense of peace. To use this point, simply sit comfortably and close your eyes. Use your index finger or thumb pad to apply gentle, steady pressure to the point between your eyebrows. You can just hold the pressure, or you can gently massage it in small circles. Breathe deeply and feel the tension start to melt away. Doing this for just a few minutes whenever you feel stressed or before you go to bed can help quiet the mental chatter and make you feel more relaxed and open. These 2 points, Ki1 for energy and yin tang for stress, work on the broader picture of well-being. They help create a foundation of increased vitality and reduced tension. As you feel more energetic and less stressed, you might find you have more capacity and inclination for connection. It's about addressing the environment within your body and mind to make it more conducive to desire naturally re-emerging. These are just a couple of examples of how working with your body's points can support overall health. And feeling healthier and more vibrant is always a good starting point for reigniting any spark. Now that we've discussed boosting general energy and easing stress, let's move on to points that get a little closer to the core of our topic, building on that foundation of greater energy and less stress. Let's explore points that are traditionally believed to have a more direct influence on the pelvic region and the energy associated with reproduction and desire. Remember, these are ancient practices based on understanding the body's energy flow. And while modern science is still exploring these connections, many people find relief and benefit from them. We're looking for ways to encourage energy and circulation to flow more freely in the areas that matter for intimacy. One such point is located on the lower back. Traditionally known as kidney 3 Ki3, it's found in the depression between the inner ankle bone medial malleolus and the Achilles tendon. This point is considered vital for nourishing the kidney energy, which, as we mentioned, is the root of vitality and reproductive health in traditional systems. Stimulating Ki3 is believed to strengthen the lower back and knees, which can improve energy levels. And importantly, it's thought to tonify or strengthen that essential life force energy. To find Ki3, sit down and cross one leg over the other so you can easily reach your ankle. Locate the prominent inner ankle bone. Now, feel for your Achilles tendon, the thick cord that runs up the back of your heel. Ki3 is right in the soft depression located directly between the peak of your inner ankle bone and the front edge of your Achilles tendon. It's usually about halfway down the tendon from the ankle bone. Once you find it, use your thumb or index finger to apply firm, steady pressure. You can hold the pressure for a few minutes or massage it gently in circles. Do this on both ankles. This point is often used to address fatigue, lower back weakness, and yes, issues related to vitality and desire. Working with Ki3 regularly can help reinforce that foundational energy we talked about earlier. Another helpful point, often used in conjunction with others to support pelvic health and circulation, is spleen 6 SP6. This point is located on the inner ankle, about 4 finger widths above the tip of the inner ankle bone, right along the back edge of the shin bone tibia. To find it, place the width of your 4 fingers horizontally above your inner ankle bone, along the inside of your leg. The point is just behind the bone. This point is a meeting point of 3 important energy channels: spleen, kidney, and liver, and is widely used for various lower abdominal and pelvic issues, including those related to the reproductive system and circulation in that area. To use SP6 again, sit comfortably so you can reach your inner leg. Measure 4 finger widths up from the peak of your inner ankle bone, along the back edge of the prominent shin bone. Apply firm pressure with your thumb or finger, holding it for a few minutes on each leg. Be aware that this point can sometimes be tender, which traditional practitioners see as an indication that it needs attention. SP6 is considered very important for tonifying blood and qi and regulating the pelvic area. Improving circulation and energy flow to this region is directly relevant to supporting healthy desire. Now, we've talked about points that build general vitality, calm the mind, and support the lower body's energy flow. These are all incredibly useful pieces of the puzzle. But there is one specific point that is often highlighted in traditional practices specifically for its potential to powerfully influence desire and sexual vitality. This is the point I mentioned at the beginning, the one often referred to in these traditions when seeking to reignite that particular spark. It's a point that requires a little more specific locating, and it's one that many people find surprisingly effective when used consistently. This key point is located on the front of the body, below the navel. Its traditional name is Conception Vessel 4, CV4, sometimes also called Guanyuan. In traditional Chinese medicine, CV4 is considered a crucial point for strengthening the original qi, or yuan qi, which is the foundational energy of the body, stored in the lower abdomen and linked to vitality, reproduction, and longevity. It's seen as a reservoir of fundamental energy, and stimulating it is believed to consolidate this energy and send it to where it's needed, including supporting the reproductive organs and boosting overall vitality and desire. To locate CV4, you need to measure from your navel downwards. It's traditionally located 3 kun below the center of the navel. Now, kun is a traditional unit of measurement, often related to the width of a person's thumb or fingers, as it's proportional to their body. For most adults, 3 kun is roughly the width of your 4 fingers held together, just below the navel. So, place the width of your 4 fingers horizontally on your abdomen, with the top edge of your index finger just touching the bottom edge of your navel. The point CV4 is located directly beneath your little finger, right on the midline of your abdomen. Feel for a slight indentation or a spot that might feel a little different when you press it. This is the pressure point that many traditional practitioners focus on when looking to revitalize the reproductive system and reignite desire. It's considered a deeply strengthening point, tapping into the body's most fundamental energy reserves. Applying pressure here is thought to warm the lower abdomen, improve circulation to the pelvic area, and consolidate that essential life force. It's not just about physical sensation, it's about stimulating a point that, according to these ancient maps of the body, is intricately connected to our deepest wellspring of vitality and desire. Now that you know where this significant point is located and why it's considered so important, let's discuss exactly how to use it effectively. So, you've located CV4, that point about 4 finger widths below your navel, right on the midline. Using this pressure point is quite simple, but consistency is key. To activate CV4, it's best to lie down comfortably on your back with your knees slightly bent, or sit in a relaxed position where you can easily reach your lower abdomen. Use the pads of your fingers, perhaps your index and middle fingers together, or even the heel of your hand, to apply pressure to the point you've located. The pressure should be firm but not painful. You're aiming for a sensation that you can feel, maybe a dull ache or a feeling of warmth spreading. But it shouldn't be uncomfortable or cause bruising. Apply steady pressure, holding it for anywhere from 1 to 3 minutes. As you hold the pressure, try to breathe deeply and relax. You can also gently massage the point in small circles for a few minutes. Some people find a warm sensation builds up under their fingers, which is often seen as a sign that energy is moving. Doing this once or twice a day can be very beneficial. For example, you could make it a part of your morning routine after you wake up, and then again in the evening before you go to bed. It only takes a few minutes, but those consistent few minutes dedicated to stimulating this point can potentially add up to noticeable changes over time. Remember, This isn't necessarily going to produce instant results. It's about gently encouraging your body's energy and systems to function more optimally over a period of days and weeks. Think of it like tending a garden. You don't just water a plant once and expect it to bloom instantly. You water it regularly. Make sure it gets sunlight and provide good soil. Stimulating CV4, along with supporting points like those for general energy and stress reduction we discussed earlier, is like providing fertile ground for your body's natural vitality to flourish. It's one tool in your toolkit for supporting your well-being. While this pressure point technique can be a powerful aid, it's important to remember it works best when integrated into a healthy lifestyle. Eating nutritious food, getting enough sleep, staying hydrated, and moving your body regularly all contribute to overall vitality. Open communication with your partner is also incredibly important. Sometimes, just talking about feelings, desires, or concerns can clear the air and bring you closer. Using this pressure point can be a personal practice, but the benefits in terms of renewed energy and potential desire can certainly enhance your connection with your partner. We've explored how feelings of reduced desire can be challenging, and we've looked at how ancient practices using pressure points might offer a natural way to support your body's energy and vitality. We touched on how improving general energy and reducing stress through points like the ones on the foot and between the eyebrows can lay a healthy groundwork. Then, we delved into points like the one on the inner ankle, traditionally linked to supporting the lower body. And finally, we focused on that central point, CV4 below the navel, considered a key point for accessing and consolidating your fundamental life force energy. The energy deeply connected to desire and vitality, applying gentle, consistent pressure or massage to CV4 is the specific technique that many people turn to when seeking to reignite that spark. Remember, small changes can make a big difference to your health and happiness. Exploring natural methods like acupressure is empowering, putting some of the potential for well-being back into your own hands. Be patient with yourself and with the process. Consistency is far more important than intensity. If you've experienced positive changes or have thoughts about exploring these kinds of natural techniques, I'd love to hear from you. Please share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Your insights can be incredibly helpful and encouraging to others watching. If you found this video helpful or interesting, please give it a like. That tells YouTube that this is valuable content. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more helpful content like this that can empower you to live your best life at every age.